True confession, I have never met a Jessie tree that I did not fail. And if you have ever started strong in December and fizzled by week 2, friend, you are in good company here. Today, we're going to talk about how to fix that. I'm sharing how to make Christmas school simple, meaningful, and actually doable in your homeschool this year. We're going to be talking all about Christmas school today. And boy, have we been getting the questions. What are you doing for Christmas school? And when is the Christmas school stuff coming? And I get it. You like to plan ahead. I like to plan ahead. So I totally understand that this is a real thing. And so we went ahead. We weren't going to release them until November 1st, but because so many people had asked, we went ahead. We finished them up last week. Lainey just put in some overtime for us and finished everything up. And so we released the Advent plans. They're absolutely free. So if you are watching this and you don't have Advent morning time plans, you can go and get them. But I want to talk today, just give you some practical tips on how do we add school to our Christmas? No, how do we add Christmas to our school? I got that totally backwards without adding more stress to our life. And it was funny because somebody already asked in the community, like, can I use these with older kids? I have older kids. How do we do Christmas school without feeling like we're getting behind? And Dawn Garrett, as she often does, had the perfect answer. These plans right here are a great way to add just enough to your day, right? Just enough to your day. So you have that little bit of dabble of anticipation and the nativity and awaiting Christ and things like that. The little bits of Christmas. There are a lot of Christmassy things in here. Like I said, they're ecumenical. They're not like pure Advent, like no Christmas yet kind of stuff. But there's a lot of little touches in here that are perfect for kids of all ages and perfect for adding just a little touch of stuff to your homeschool. So I'm going to talk more about teens in just a few minutes, but these are the way to do it. There is just so much flexibility built into these plans because I want you to think about adding wonder. I want you to think about making room for wonder this Christmas. And this doesn't come from doing more, but it comes from doing what matters most. And that's what we've really tried to focus on with these plans is not more, but what matters most. I know we all get excited and we start making these Christmas plans, and a lot of times we set ourselves up for guilt and feeling bad. I'm looking at you, Jessie Tree. Jessie trees, they're awesome and they're wonderful, but I have never met a more guilt-inducing practice in my entire life of celebrating Christmas. I never met a Jessie tree that I did not fail, it no matter what kind it was, whether it was coloring the ornaments or buying the ornaments already made or whatever. We would get behind on those readings, and I would start to feel really bad about it. It's so funny because I got a Voxer from a lady the other day. She's a lady I do some work with, and she, was telling me, she's like, "Pam, like, we're from a non-liturgical church family, and I am really interested in Advent because I've been hearing about it. Do you have any resources for me for Advent?" And it was so funny because, yeah, I do. But also, I did a podcast interview with Tish Oxenreider a couple of years ago, and I thought, at the time, Tish was not Catholic. And I thought maybe this would be a great resource to send to my non-Catholic friend because Tish has that awesome book called, I think it's Shadows and Light, all about celebrating Advent. And so I'm like, let's go and just real quick listen back through that podcast interview and make sure that this is the appropriate thing to send to my friend. But one of the things that Tish and I talked in there about was just the fact that you set yourself up to do these readings and you get behind on the readings and then you feel like you just can't catch up. So that's not the kind of thing that we want. We don't want to feel like we're behind and we just can't catch up. That's the kind of wonder that comes from doing more and not necessarily doing what matters most. So that's what we want to stick with. We want to read scripture, but we want to do it on like a loop schedule so that if we miss a day, we can just pick up where we left off and not worry about all the days that we missed. So I actually have a very practical framework for you. How can we do Christmas schooling in a way that is going to be meaningful to our family and going to be something doable for us? And you can use our Advent plans to follow this framework. And there are three parts to it. It's one anchor, one creative outlet, and then one shared moment. So those are the three parts of the framework, and our Advent plans are going to set you up perfectly to do this. So for your one anchor, you just want to start with something every single day, something that's going to ground your family and set the tone for the day. So Advent morning time is perfect for this. And in there, you can choose your thing. Is it going to be reading scripture? Is it going to be some kind of music? Is it going to be gazing upon some kind of art? Or you can do all three. Every day we're going to do one thing. It's either going to be scripture or music or poetry or art or something like that, right? So just choose one of the things from the plan that is the anchor for your day. And you can repeat the same things over and over if you want to. You can even say, this week we're going to read scripture every day. And then this week we're going to look at art every day. And this week we're going to do music every day. And every day is not really every day, it's most days. Right? Every day, think about the consistency image that we put up there. Sometimes the glass has a lot, it's full, and other times it's halfway, and other times there's just a teeny bit at the bottom. And so every day is most days. Okay, so one kind of anchor from the morning time plans for your day to draw everybody in and to remind you of what the season is all about. This is why we do this in the first place. Then, once a week, add in one creative outlet, something to do with your hands. Now, this could be baking cookies. You could make ornaments. You can draw Christmas cards. You could do any of those things like that. We have, with the Advent plans, you can actually upgrade to our Advent interactive calendar. Now, there is a charge for that one, but in that one are 2 or 3 really lovely Christmas crafts. And when I say really lovely, things that I have sat down and made with my family and would probably sit down and make again just by myself. We have our Scandinavian Christmas star in there. If you've ever done the Christmas star, go ahead and drop us a comment. I don't know if anybody ever here has done the Christmas star. Those just turned out so lovely. You make them with scrapbooking paper, and they're absolutely beautiful. I would have them hanging all over my house. And then also the watercolor Christmas wreath replay is in there. That one is really lovely as well, and it makes beautiful Christmas cards or just art to hang around your house at Christmas. So these are really lovely, meaningful crafts. So some kind of creative outlet. I think there are also some chalk pastel Christmas cards in there, different things like that. So that's in the upgrade to the plans. But you can also, back to my podcast with Tish Oxenrider, Tish said she was not a crafty mom. She just throws out the craft supplies and makes craft supplies available for her kids. You can put on Christmas music, you can make a little hot chocolate, and they can just sit there and create whatever they want to. And you don't have to come up with a craft. So you don't have to come up with a craft if you watch our videos, but you also don't have to come up with a craft if you just spread things out there for your kids too. So I'm all about giving you all the ideas. Scandinavian Christmas stars, watercolor wreaths, they're really lovely. But your kids can be like just making their own thing too. All right. So we have our anchor, we have our creative outlet, and then one shared moment. Something that brings everybody together, something for your hearts each week. And this could be like a carol sing along, a story night. You can pull all the kids close and just read a bunch of those picture books. Go look at Christmas lights, watch your favorite Christmas movies and make popcorn. Just anything that you want to do together as a family, something that builds those traditions. So long after you've thrown away the paper chains, these are going to be the things that your kids remember. So, you guys know I live in the deep South. It's not always cold here at Christmas time, but it is always the perfect weather for the Chick-fil-A chocolate chip peppermint milkshakes. That is what we get every year at Christmas and go look at Christmas lights. And even though my kids now are older teens, gosh, my youngest turned 16, and young adults, everybody's still all in the minivan to go get the chocolate chip peppermint milkshakes and go look at Christmas lights. What do you do if you have older kids? And will the Advent plans work for older kids? And 100% they will. So, what you're going to want to do, Handel's Messiah is perfect for any age group. The art that's in the plans are perfect for any age group. The poetry that's in the plans, we're not talking nursery rhymes here. We're talking about beautiful poetry and beautiful scripture. So these totally will work, even if all you have in your house are teenagers. What you will not be doing is you won't be reading the picture books, right? Even though, there's some really pretty picture books and you could, but a lot of teens are just going to roll their eyes, right? So don't read the picture books with your teens. And there are some of the activities that you might not do with your teens if you have them. But the art, the music, the poetry, that is all perfect for teens. Let me show you the plans. This part right here is absolutely free. All you have to do is give us your email address. Don will drop the link. It's pambarnhill.com/advent. And you can get this part absolutely free. And here's your PDF to download. Lainey made you this great little video tutorial walkthrough. We put our new picture study and poetry study toolkits in here to help you out if you're like, what do I do for picture study? What do I do for poetry study? We put this stuff in here to help you. We're going to have one coming for music appreciation. So we put it all in here. We realized that some of the people who come and download this maybe have not done one of our morning time plans. So we wanted you to have everything that you needed to be able to do that. And you can see inside here, inside the plans, we do have the suggested book list. We've got some front matter, how to use these, what are some different things you can do. We laid out a block schedule for you. We've also given you the loop schedule. Here's your supply list of the art supplies that you need. Now, these are just the supplies for the free plans right here. And then we've laid everything out for you. Here's the printables, the Advent prayer printable, the memorization. Lainey will tell you in the video, don't try to memorize everything. Just pick one that you're going to memorize. And then the picture book list I'm trying to get to. Look, here's the printable art, guys. Lainey says she sends these, think to like Walgreens or something and has them printed. And then here's your suggested book list. Suggested book list. So this is the part that is free. And then all of your links for your free plans are right here. All the tutorials, everything is right here. You can access this on your computer, on your phone, on your app, all of that stuff. Okay? Now, if you decide, I'm going to tell you, download your free plans, you have 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Go ahead and decide, I want that Advent calendar because then you can get it for $10. And this is what the Advent calendar space looks like. So if you are using the Advent calendar, you can ignore the plans because what we have done is we have taken all of the stuff that's in the plans and we have laid it out for you in the Advent calendar. And so all you have to do is open each day and there is the activity from the plans. And like I said, Lainey has found most of the picture books for you as a video read aloud. And she's given you a bonus activity for each and every day. So this doubles the amount of stuff, not necessarily doubles the amount of stuff that you do. It just doubles the amount of stuff that you have to choose from. Now, if you really have those kids who are in what I call the golden age of morning time, and they're between like kindergarten and sixth grade, this can be school right here. All you really need to do is a little bit of math, maybe keep the reading going for the people who are learning phonics. This can be your school right here. You don't need to do anything extra. I'm just, like, pointing that out. So we put a bonus activity on every single day. Here, I show you how to do a little memory palace. Here's an extra bonus video about Handle. I was trying to find one of those art projects that I was talking about. So there's the Scandinavian Christmas star right there. Let me see if I can get you a picture of what it looks like without. Yeah. Oh, you can see Miss Shauna's making it. And then we get over to the end, and that's what it looks like right there. Then on Sundays, it's just the Bible passage and a hymn, and we take you all the way down to December 24th, which I'm fairly certain that one's just a Bible passage and a hymn as well. Also, we have up here we do put the printables up here. Here's your bonus Christmas planner. Katie outdoes herself on this every single year. It's absolutely beautiful. You can prepare for your decorations. You can make a bucket list. We've even given you one if that's something you would like to do. Bucket lists are fun. Your budget tracker, your gift list, your party planners, your recipes, everything in the Christmas planner. So you get that. You get the bingo that we've made for you. You get a blank bingo, or you can click this link and it'll take you over to Canva and you can type in the bingo form and make your own bingo. You also get your Advent Nativity color by number. If you don't want to do bingo, you just want to color a spot each day, you can do that. And then this is a different video about using the calendar. So this is a different video from Lainey about using the calendar, and then the picture study and the poetry study. So everything all completely laid out for you. And first 15 minutes, you can get that for $10. Okay. I think that is everything. I think I have covered all the things. So this is my invitation to you. Come and get your free gift and make those homeschool mornings meaningful and simple this Christmas season. PamBarnhill.com/Advent.